Hi, friend. Welcome to the Divinely Aligned channel. If you've pressed play, then it is time for your Divinely Aligned reality check, a little vibe check, see where you're at, what's going on, tap you in, tune you, and connect you back to what truly matters, which is you, your consciousness here and now in this very moment. So, first of all, if you're not new here and you've been following along on my journey and you know that I'm here doing 111 videos in a row, podcast episodes, YouTube episodes, and we're at day 80 something, I think, which is wild. But I was losing a little bit of inspiration. Got a lot of other exciting things happening, and I was still enjoying it, but I was feeling a little like all over the place. And then in yesterday's video, I said something that lit me up. I said, I don't even remember exactly how I said it, but something about it being a reality check, a vibe check. And that feels good for me right now. So I'm going to go with it. I'm just going to show up daily with a little divinely aligned reality check to bring you more conscious, more awake, more aware to yourself, to your truth, to your power, so that you can consciously connect to your superconscious mind and create superconsciously a reality that you love, alchemizing everything that you are into all that you're here to create. Sound good? So, right now, I encourage you to breathe. You're clearly already doing it, or you wouldn't be listening to me, but do it consciously. Just fully inhaling in through your nose and fully exhaling, releasing out of the mouth. If that doesn't feel comfortable for you, you can fully inhale and exhale through your mouth or your nose, whatever is best for you. But just breathe, feel, connect to your breath. Your eyes can be open or closed, it doesn't matter, but just breathe. Fully expanding your belly on the inhales, fully releasing on the exhales. Our breath is so powerful. For you to fully, completely breathe all the way into your belly and fully release all the way out, your nervous system has to relax and calm. Your consciousness will then recalibrate to here and now, bringing you present, awake, aware, consciously. And then from here, as you breathe, just notice how you feel. How are you feeling right now? Whatever is going on in your life, how do you feel? Do you feel how you want to feel? Whatever was going on before this vibe check, what were you doing? What were you choosing? And I know a lot of us don't want to think about it, but that isn't good. That is not your point in your purpose in being here. Your purpose in being here in your human body as the spiritual being, the limitless light and love that you are, your purpose in being here is to experience and evolve and expand and enjoy this journey that you chose to come for. And there's a lot of people that are just going to numb and run and avoid reality as much as they possibly can. But if you're hearing this right now, then you chose to wake up, to be conscious, to be awake, to be aware. So, whatever level, wherever you're at in your ascension journey, just know that right here, right now, you are exactly where you need to be. No matter what else is going on in your world outside of this video, you are exactly where you need to be right now. Everything is how it is, everything was how it was. Everything is exactly as it's meant to be. It was all magic and miracles because you are here. There are so many things that could have happened that would make you not be here. You are here. You are alive. You are breathing. You are well. Everything is okay in this moment. And I get there may be things that are challenging you. There may be things that are hard or heavy or dark or whatever. But the more that we allow ourselves to breathe and be present and live consciously, and choose to do what we want to do, to feel how we want to feel, to be how we want to be, the more and more we will create a reality that is in vibrational alignment with our highest and best. But if we just unconsciously go through life letting our subconscious mind run on the programming we put in it when we were too young to know better, that for the most part is working really hard to just protect us from all of these fears and beliefs and the bullshit that we think could happen. But really, in reality, our fears and our thoughts and our beliefs, we're generally thinking about things that never happen. And even if we are thinking about the future and have these fears and worries, it very rarely is as bad as we are afraid it will be, or we think it will be, or we're worried about it will be. But what is the point of living in the now, trying to fix and problem solve and manipulate the future so that it can be what we want to be? Because there is no future. There's only now. The future is just ideas. It's all imagination. That's all that it is. The future is just imagination. It only ever will be. So we need to start to imagine futures and realities that we love, that support us, where we're living and doing and being and breathing as we want to. And the more that we imagine that and focus on that and keep our attention and intention on living that way, if we start to show up and be that version of us, that is the reality that we're living super consciously, living in the now, following what feels good for you, taking one divinely aligned step at a time is all that it takes. In any and every now moment, you know what you want to do. You know where you want to go, what you want to choose. It's just that 99% of the time we're overcomplicating it. We're either choosing to just go on the old programming, or when we're conscious and we get into our logical minds and we're starting to think and figure it out and make it harder than it needs to be, we're really just wasting our time. Do you see that? It's never as bad as you think it's going to be. We can only ever be here. That's it. That's all. So yes, when we think about the future, which we're going to, it's a part of the human journey, we're also going to think of the past. We need to start to make the past and the future work in our favor. We need to start to imagine everything working out for us, everything being limitless, everything being divine, imagining ourselves living lives beyond our wildest dreams, imagining all of the things of the past as the magic and miracles that they are, no matter how painful, no matter how hard, it's done, it's over, you've gone through it. And I'm not saying that everything that happened was right or that you shouldn't have pain or trauma, but the more that you're in that, you're identifying with it, and the more that you're in it and identifying with it and creating it as your reality, the more suffering you're creating in the now. Whereas if you just allow yourself to be here, to check your energy, to check your frequency, to check your vibe, to breathe in any moment, and see where you're choosing to not let yourself be free, you take your power back. Okay, that was a little rant that apparently needed to come through for someone. But right now, go back to your breath and notice how you feel now. Maybe a little activated, maybe even a little triggered. But I'm just saying words. I can't trigger or activate anything in you if it's not there. No one can. There's so many things that happen in our outside reality, in our world, that don't affect us at all. But the things that do, the things that trigger and activate you, are showing you where you're blocked, where your Shakti, where your energy is not able to flow. And where we aren't able to flow, we aren't able to go. And if we can't go into our hearts, if we can't open our third eye, if we can't feel the frequency and the energy through our body, through our being, then we keep looking and seeking and searching for things outside of us to fix us, to fill us, to give us what we feel we're lacking or not getting, when really it's just because we are closed off to it inside of us. So again, as you breathe, what are you feeling right now? Just be honest with yourself. Consciousness is key. Numbing and avoiding and running from your feelings isn't going to do anything. But when you're conscious and awake and aware of how you feel, and you allow yourself to just reveal whatever you need in any moment, if you're feeling sad, if you're feeling stressed, if you're feeling angry, feel it. Stop making it wrong. Allow it. If you have fear around the future, see why. But also then see that that fear is not serving you in the now, that your future can be anything, everything you want it to be, because it never is going to exist. You only have now. And the more that we live in the now and we experience the now and we enjoy now and we play now and we choose to be the frequency and energy we want to, that is what we're going to manifest. That is what we're going to magnetize. We get what we are. We get what we are a vibrational match for. We cannot be in the frequency and energy of things that we aren't a match for. So if you're wanting abundance, but you're living in the vibration of lack, what do you think you're going to get? But when you live in the energy and the frequency of gratitude, of seeing all the abundance that you have, of playing and doing and enjoying your life, what do you think you're going to get? You are the one, you are the way, you have the power. Follow, do whatever excites and ignites you. You clicked on this video for some reason. Make it purposeful. All you have to do is be you. So right now, go back to your breath again. Just breathe. Feel yourself now. Maybe place one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. Close your eyes or open them, your choice. What do you want to feel? What would give you that feeling? What do you want to do right now? If right now you knew that you could just go and do whatever you wanted to, what would you do? And I get there's some things maybe you can't do right now, but you definitely can do things that are aligned with that. So like right now, it's coming through for someone. If what came through is right now what you would want to do that would make you the happiest is going to Disneyland. What about going to Disneyland would make you happy? The rides, the adventure, the vacation, not having to work. Like what is it that the idea of going to Disneyland makes you happy? You remember going there when you were a child and you were happy? It's not Disneyland that made you happy. It was your state of being. So when we check in the now and we check in with our frequency and energy and we see how we want to feel and we see like what we are wanting, why do you want that? Because you can create any state at any time. You can close your eyes and be in Disneyland if you want to. Your unconscious mind doesn't know if you're in Disneyland or not. If you're envisioning it, if you're embodying it, if you're feeling it, it has no idea. It's your belief system that's going to tell you that you're not, which is natural and normal. I get that you aren't going to close your eyes and teleport to Disneyland. My point in saying all of this is that when we create that we need Disneyland or a new car or a new boyfriend or whatever, a certain person that we want to manifest, whatever it is, certain amount of money, when we give the power to these things outside of ourselves to create how we want to be, we're giving our power away. We're stopping our Shakti, our energy from flowing, because we're giving the power to something outside of ourselves. And we're telling ourselves that we aren't whole, that we aren't complete, that we don't have what we need within us. But when you look at it, like right now, how do you want to feel? I'm asking you again. Can you think of a time when you felt that? What was it that created that feeling in you? How did it feel to feel that? It's not the outward thing that you want. It's the feeling, it's the connection, it's wanting these things. We spend so much of our time allowing things to just bump into our blocks within ourselves, right? Like the boss we don't like, the job we don't enjoy, the frustrations that our partner we're not happy with anymore is creating in us, whatever it is. You have to see that it's all you. You're choosing that. But you can choose to live in a reality where the things outside of you are just creating more and more excitement and ignitement in you, more creativity, more inspiration. You have no problems to fix. You are not broken. But as long as you stay in the paradigm that you need to figure it out and fix and problem solve, that's the reality you're going to keep choosing. Whereas if you choose to live in the paradigm where you get to live and be as you want to, knowing that the universe has your back, that things are working out in your favor, that you can be happy and whole and complete in any and every moment that you choose to, because it's only you that can. You're as whole and complete as you choose to be. You have everything you need. But being in the now, you need to see that. And the more and more that you're present and you're aware and you're connected to how you feel, the more and more you get your power back, because you can be as happy as being at Disneyland right now, sitting on your couch or in your car, or wherever you are. You can if you just go back to certain frequencies and energies and memories, but you're feeling it in the now. You're not back in Disneyland. You can never be happier than you are right now. Even at our saddest, we're happier than we can ever be, because this is all that exists. Maybe this is a little deep and a little much, but It's the reality of it. And if you're hearing this, you're here to ascend even higher, to be even brighter than you've ever been before. It's what's coming through for me. And that happens through living consciously, choosing to do and be as you want to. So one more time, when we go into these places of like, how do you want to feel? What gives you that feeling? What could you do right now that makes you feel the freedom of Disneyland? And anything that's telling you that you aren't worthy of that, or you can't do that, or whatever, again, is just an opportunity to see where you're not allowing yourself to be free, to live limitlessly. And you'll never know how good it gets to be until you live it. And by it, I mean your life, like your limitless one. The one where you're just doing and being and choosing as you want to in the now. You have all of the strength, all of the power, all of the knowings, everything. Like I use being a mechanic often. So one more example of this, because this is coming through for someone. My stepdad's a mechanic. He thinks about cars all day long. You can drive into his garage and he will look at he understands cars. He's going to tell you the problems. He's going to do all the things. I understand people. I'm obsessed with people. I think about people all day. I'm obsessed with consciousness. Obsessed. I'm obsessed with living our best lives. Like that's what I think about. That's what I know. I feel people's energy. I talk to people all day. I can tap in and tune in, not to fix you, but to help you see how limitless you get to be, how beautiful you are, how powerful you are, whatever it is. Right? If I was sitting here all day wanting to work with people, but just thinking about cars and how to fix them, those worlds aren't going to align. Hopefully this is making sense, right? Whatever we're focused on, whatever we're doing and choosing is the reality we're going to get. So for my stepdad, he's working on cars, he's thinking about them, he's talking about them, he has a business that's doing that. So that's what is showing up in his reality, is that he's a mechanic and he's doing all of his work on cars. I have no reality where that's what I'm focusing on and thinking of. So that's not what's happening. I'm thinking about people and consciousness and connection and creating this lifestyle business and all of these things and recording YouTube videos every day. So that is the reality that I'm creating. I am consciously right now choosing to do this, but for a lot of us, we choose careers and lives and things that don't align with what we want and then don't understand why we're not getting what we want. You can keep choosing the job or the career, the relationships, the health choices, the foods, the whatever it is. You can keep choosing the things that just feed your emotional addiction patterns and the things you think you should do and want a different reality. You can keep doing that and you're going to keep struggling and settling and suffering through that. But once you choose to be the version of you that does what you want to do, magically, things start to shift and change. Opportunities arise. Connections end, connections begin. The world works in mysterious ways that we will never comprehend or understand from our human perspective. And as soon as you stop trying to figure it the fuck out and you just start to live as you want to, it's so much better. It's so much easier. The easiest thing in the world for you to do is be you. So I'm going to wrap this up. I just really wanted you to understand that your vibe, your frequency, your energy is creating your reality. So the idea for me of coming on here every day and being your reality check of like, are you doing and choosing and being as you want to? What are you doing and being and choosing right now that is creating a reality that isn't aligned with what you want? I had a lot of resistance to being this person for a long time because a lot of people don't want to think about that, but like that isn't authentic for me. I'm here to call you out. Stop choosing a life that you aren't happy with. You are worthy of living in abundance, love, bliss, and happiness. And as I say in every video, whatever level of belief and self-worth you have is going to show you where you aren't free until you just are. So don't avoid it. Don't run from it. Breathe into it. Feel it. Allow it. There's absolutely nothing wrong ever with how you feel, but your feelings aren't you. So see them, see what they're showing you, allow them, and then choose to be in the frequency and the energy that isn't that person that's identifying with being sad. Yes, you can identify with the fact this thing, this situation, this circumstance, whatever it is creating sadness in me. This is creating anger in me. But you have to see that you are choosing that. You are choosing that. And the more that you allow what you're feeling now to create your future by thinking about the future and letting the future bother you. Like, don't let your future bother you in the now. You can worry all you want about how the weather is supposed to be raining on the weekend and let it bother you now. But what's the point? The sun may come out on the weekend. You don't know. So stop creating your own misery, basically. Okay. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this helped you shift your paradigm, your perspective, your frequency. Whatever you're doing right now, if you're seeing this, then I am hearing from the divine, from your superconscious mind, your highest self, to play, to just do something right now that you would enjoy. Anything that you would enjoy to do for you. Maybe you just breathe a little longer. Maybe you eat a meal you'd really enjoy. Maybe you call a friend. Maybe you go for a walk. Just something you would enjoy for you without expectation, without pressure, without needing to know what it's going to do for you. Just what right now feels like the next divinely aligned step. Something that you would enjoy to do. That's all that it takes. Okay. For real going now. I love you.